hardware of your body. And let's be honest, right? What's the point of having mental clarity if your body is breaking down physically? So our next speaker has spent the last 5 years coaching over 10,000 clients, mentoring over 100 trainers, and you know firsthand the cost of achieving success and the expense of your physical health, and how small shifts in movement, mindset, and meals can help you add years to your health span and your leadership runway. So with that, let's join our hands together and invite our speaker and health coach and founder of ET, Nathan Soya. Where are you, Nathan?
All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, so as you may have heard, I am a personal trainer. So I'm going to get you to stand up and we're going to do some push-ups to start with. Oh, I'm only kidding, but I'd like you to stand up. Some of you haven't had much sleep. So it's really good to be able to generate that energy within. And what we're going to start with is we're going to start with an energy push. Have you heard of Tai Chi before? Yes. Of course you have. Okay, so we're going to do an energy push. What I want you to do is rub your hands together. Yeah? Feel that energy in between your fingers there. You can feel it? Yeah, feel that warmth? That's energy. That's chi. Okay, I want you to start separating your hands. You can feel that energy in your hands. And I want you to breathe in. And breathe out and push it away. Keep your knees nice and soft. Breathe in. And push it away. Now I want you to push it around the room. Breathe in. And push it away. And now move the hips. And the other way. Blame it on the boogie. Blame it on the sunshine. Come on. Give me a clap. All right, good. All right, please take a seat. At the very least, you're smiling. Very good. So, like I said, I'm a holistic personal trainer. I've been training people for 25 years. I've been very, very blessed to start in this business in 1999. It was a job. It wasn't a real job back then. It was a job before you got a real job. But I was really, really privileged, and I was really, really, I guess, lucky in the sense that I found my calling. And what I found is, as a 26-year-old man, I was able to influence people in their 40s and 50s and 60s. I don't know how. I guess it was just the energy that I brought to the room. But I realized that I had to really study my craft to be able to support people in their life. Most people back then, everyone wanted to get a six-pack. You know, wanted to get big, big muscles. Yeah. Everyone wanted to look aesthetically pleasing. But as time went on into my 30s, I started to feel my knees starting to feel sore, my back started to hurt, you know, even though I was training. And I started doing nutrition, and I started studying lifestyle. And I started realizing it really wasn't about the aesthetics. It was about how long we could live for. And not necessarily how long we can live for, but how long we can stay healthy for. Everyone ever heard lifespan, right? But have you ever heard health span? Health span is like living life well. Have you ever heard this saying, you eat well, you live a long time. But if you exercise well, you live a healthy life. So that's what I sought when I first came to Hong Kong in 2002. I started at Fitness First, did the grind, very similar to like California Fitness. Do everyone remember California Fitness? Oh, good memories, bad memories? I'm sure. And so what I started finding out was it wasn't really about like getting like that six-pack. It was really about how do I improve my energy levels? How do I go throughout the day without reacting? How do I walk up some stairs so that way I don't feel puffed at the top? And so there was 3 things. I'm going to give you the secret sauce. There's 3 things that are really important to be able to not only live a long time, but also live a really healthy life. And so I want to get you present to, it's not about the 12-week challenge. It's about taking small habits daily, so that way we don't die early. And so that was it. That's when I found what it was. Because you know what? If we live a long time, guess what? We can make as much money as we want. If we stay really healthy for a very long time, we can make as much money as we want. But life isn't all about just making money. Take James. When I first met James, he was 48. Very successful, had everything on a platter. He was one of the partners at KPMG. On the outside, he had everything. He had cars, he had a beautiful house, he had a lovely wife, 2 kids, money to boot. He started investing in online casinos in 1999. Well, we know how that turned out. But when we started training together, I sort of got that there was an underlying feeling for him that he wasn't really happy with what he was doing. He got recommended me by his doctor, and his doctor was saying that he needed to change his life. I remember going out with him one night, and you could tell why he was so unhealthy. It was really rich food, lots of desserts, lots of alcohol. We got stuck in a karaoke bar at 2 a.m. in the morning drinking whiskey. I had to leave him at 2 a.m. in the morning. I had the worst hangover I ever had in such a long time. But we started training together 2 times a week. He started making those changes. It was all based on progress, not perfection. We started changing his diet. He was making progress. He was starting to do some exercise on the weekend. I even started training his wife as well. But then, around 6 months, the wheels started falling off. The cracks started to appear. He started getting really busy at work. He traveled a lot. And in a year later, I lost touch with him. I still kept training his wife, and his wife kept complaining about his lifestyle. And then when I lost touch with him, and I lost touch with his wife, I found out from one of his colleagues that he died at the age of 58 of a heart attack. And I couldn't help think, what if? What if he kept on the same plan that I had him on? What if he started changing from those late nights of whiskey to early morning walks? What if he started getting present to his kids needed him more than just the money that he was making? But the thing with James is that it's a painful story, but it does resonate with people. It's a powerful story. It's a story to be able to say, okay, that's part me, that's all of me, it's time to make a change. And so these are the things that I've learned over the 25 years of training people. That's really important if you decide to embark on a health and fitness plan. Is have a purpose, because that's what's going to get you out of bed. That's going to stop you for when you do fall over, get back up, dust your knees off, and keep going forward. It's not about the most fandangled diet. It's not about your exercise. But why are you doing what you're doing? And yeah, sure, we can have all hype and go, yeah, this is what we got to do. But we definitely need to have a plan. So plan your day. If you have in your diary all your appointments and nothing else, well, guess what? That's all you'll do. So what I do on my day is I plan in when I eat, when I sleep, when I do my exercise. And it can be as easy as 5 minutes a day. Hands up if you've got 5 minutes to do a little bit of mobility and flexibility. Oh, someone like, I've only got 2 minutes. Have a morning ritual. A lot of successful people have a morning ritual. It sets you up for the day. Yeah, there's times in my day where I get so frustrated with some people not doing what they were supposed to do. Or, and I get a lot of those, especially with my clients. But it puts me in a great mood at the beginning of the day, and it sets me up for my day. So I urge you to have a morning ritual, whether that's prayer, whether that's doing a little bit of exercise, whether that's even doing something like the Miracle Morning. Have a check it out. Great book. Now, Adrian, totally other end of the spectrum. How old does he look? How old does he move? 50? 60? 70? He's 80 this year.
Wow.
This man has dedicated his life to making sure that he stays in great shape because he makes little small habits daily. And that's part of the secret. Movement is really important to survive. We have 2 arms and 2 legs. We're supposed to move. You know, when we move like this, it actually stimulates our brains left and right. It gets our organs functioning. It gets the blood going, the chi, the prana. It starts breathing deeply. Did you know that you breathe fat when you breathe out? So the more you move, the more you breathe, the more fat you burn. But he didn't come to me because he wanted to get healthy. He came to me because he wanted to live longer than 80. And he spends a lot of time. Like I said, he does strength training. He's had 2 shoulder reconstructions. He's had 1 knee reconstruction. And so he has capabilities not like you and I who haven't had that stuff. So we have to work within those boundaries. But he takes those little steps every single day. And so these are the things that I've learned. I like that. Do you see the C? Functional training. It's supposed to be fun. Yeah. When you bend down and pick out the plate out of the, the cupboard. When you pick up your son or your granddaughter. All of these things are functional things. And it also makes us happy. Strength is one of the number 1 things that will keep you living long. Along with grip strength and along with VO2 max. Ever heard of zone 2 training before, anyone? Zone 2 training is low intensity exercise for a long time because that actually burns body fat on your organs a lot more effectively. And I always say get outside. It's outside, the sun on your skin. I went for a run this morning along the harbour. Oh my gosh, I felt good. Oh, what have I done there? It's gone. Perfect though, it was perfect. Trees, forest. Yeah. I need to go back. And stretching and mobility. Every joint needs to move. Yeah? As we get older, we don't move our joints through the range of motion that is. When you're kids, we're jumping around crazy, right? But as we got older, there's probably about as much as we start to walk, right? Every joint needs to move. And stretching is really important. Stretching takes away pain. So if you have sore joints or sore muscles, I urge you to spend some time stretching. Who has 5 minutes again every day? Awesome. Linda came to me at the age of 46. On the outside, looked really powerful. She had a very successful career in HR. She was an amazing woman, very powerful. She had a kid, she ran everything. But when I got her, she was broken. She was going through a divorce. She had gained 20 pounds. She had low energy. She had very little energy for her son. And she was alone. So when we started working together, we put her on the right eating plan. We started doing strength training. Obviously, with everyone I do, strength training is the elixir of life. But what I found was, after 6 weeks, she gained 6 pounds. She was distraught. She was gutted. I nearly lost her. She cancelled that session after that. She goes, that's it. Exercise is not for me. I can't do exercise. And I had to get her on the phone. And you know what I said to her? Look, I'll give you a money-back guarantee if you come back. So she trusted me and she came back. 8 months later, she lost her 20 pounds. She feels amazing. she now can be present for her son, and even completed with her husband, so that way they can co-parent their son as parents. And now she lives in Thailand with her new boyfriend. She trains not because she has to, because she loves to. And this is the story of Linda. And so this is what I learned. Nutrition, something that you note. Stay hydrated. Body weight, 0.03. Practice an 80-20. Eat 80% well, so it soaks up the 20% of whatever. Avoid the 3 white devils, not the guaylo. 3 white devils: white sugar, white flour, white milk. So in summary, find your purpose. Move regularly. And something I'm going to give you shortly. Eat your metabolic type. And find the lifestyle balance that suits you. Not everyone else, but you. So you've been such great sports. I want you to take your phones out. I want you to do my QR code, because I'm going to send you, when you fill it out, I'm going to send you my food and nutrition app. It's an app that when you take a photo of your food, it calculates how many calories you have on your thing and how many proteins, fats, and carbs. So if you want that, scan the code, put in there EIS, your name and EIS, so I know that you came from here, and I'll send it to you by the end of the weekend. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I know what to do after the morning break. We're going to do a 5-minute stretch again and dance. Yeah, we're going to do the left right thing.
We're going to have tea break soon, so you can practice scanning the QR code and check the food out. And hopefully we don't serve the 3 white devil, right? Say what the 3 white, you still remember? White sugar,
I'm the next one.
Okay, so
You will see my complex windows, okay?
everyone's there.
Will it be okay?